G'day everyone, welcome back. Episode 3 on Rexy. This episode, it's going to be running, or I won't release the episode. So if you're watching this, spoiler alert, it runs. First off, I'm going to apologise for the sunglasses. I know it's rude, but it's middle of summer in Australia and it is glary as all get out, and I just can't do it. It's hurting my eyes. Okie dokie, before we jump in, subscribe, comment, share, like, all the standard jazz that goes along with it. It's annoying to say, but it really does help. Right, let me give you a quick rundown on where we're at as opposed to where we were end of last episode. Not a lot's changed, just some little stuff. But effectively, mostly just wiring stuff. So all the gas wiring is now completely gone, and I've got all the hoses and stuff that went to the gas converter that was down in that corner there. There's an alternator there that seems to be trying to move, but it's struggling. So yeah, all the stuff's off that gas converter and other bits and pieces. The injector wiring harness, I'm pretty sure I have right. If I don't have it right, it'll be wrong. Never mind. Anyway, I've sort of plugged it back on where it laid out. The coils are plugged in. There's just one big Deutsch plug for the coils. What I don't know yet is if they are laid out in firing order or if they're laid out in cylinder order. So whether they're, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 in relation to the actual cylinder banks, or, you know, whatever the firing order is. I can't remember. There you go, whether they're that or not. I have contacted the guy that built the car. He's getting some diagrams for me to help me work that out. I mean, I can work it out, put them on one way. If it absolutely doesn't run whatsoever, then we'll put it on the other, or if it coughs and carries on. So from here, finished laying out the wiring, which is not much more. Put some fuel lines on. Now the fuel lines are sort of old and rock solid, but I'll get them back on. I want to put some fuel in the tank. It sounds dead empty at the moment, so that's fine. Fuel in the tank, flush the line, and basically try and get fuel up to the fuel pressure regulator. Coolant in it. Radiator is on. It still needs to be bolted in there like properly, but I've managed to put a joiner in the bottom hose. Top hose is on, heater hoses are on. Yeah, we really are making some progress. Basically the next step here, like I said, finish the wiring and then we're going to put power to it. That's going to be interesting, to say the least. So, like Christmas. Well, hopefully there's not just lights and sparks everywhere. We'll see. But that's, like, we are very near that point. I did put oil in it now, so that's good. That's ticked off the list. At least I know that's there. And yeah, I do have a little bit of a date with the dyno. So let's try that again. I do have a little bit of a date with the dyno, and we're going to roll this thing up and get it tuned up. I'm going to tune it on E10, so 10% ethanol. It's the cheapest fuel you can buy here in Australia, and it's a bog stock RB30. I'm pretty sure it'll run just fine on 94 octane E10. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. But yeah, basically next step from here, you'll see us with the battery in it. Right, I'm going to do my best to remain composed here, and it's a struggle. That head is 100% going in the bin. I just put water in it. And I would like to draw your attention to down there. Now I'm going to do something I don't do very often. I'm going to zoom in.
And you put some lip pressure on it.
See that crack and the water coming out of there?
That's only blowing it.
I didn't notice, but that bolt has been done up way too tight. Not by me. Which means that head is stuffed. Yes, I could weld it. I'm not going to say that I can't weld it, because I can. I could possibly weld it on the car, but like,
Want to, Bob? Start it, run it, you know, the engine runs, settle the rings in, worry about the head. You've got that other head in there, haven't you? Another head?
Yeah.
Or pull it off and see if you can weld it from the other side. So the cost of head gasket, you know, the rest of the head's good. But at least get it running.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact we want to get it running and prove everything else.
Yeah, make sure it farts and does all the right things it's supposed to do. But yeah, no, that's a bit of a sector that needs to be.
Completely stuffed.
Yeah, you won't be drawing
there's nothing. I got nothing. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to attempt to remain composed. Alright, so now not only am I into the engine for basically the cost of rebuilding the engine and a full, you know, bit on what was supposed to be a running engine, I am now definitely up for a cylinder head. I have a head. It's a lot of work, but I do have a head, and it's also warped, so we need to go through that aspect of it. Alright, I'm going to put a battery in this thing, and if it doesn't turn over, then petrol might become involved, just like on it.
You mean like a V8 diesel? I know it's before.
Fucking getting that, bro. It's getting
schedule, I know, but
sorry, excuse the language, but it's, I tell you what, it is getting to the point where
we're fixing F-ups up to F-ups, and seriously, like...
Alright,
we'll worry about it.
There's things to go along with. Alright, so just going to set this camera up and basically let it run. But we're going to put the battery on. I have absolutely no idea how bad the sparkage is going to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Not too bad. No real inrush there.
Got an interior light?
Do we? Okay.
I know.
I've got a couple of bits and bobs inside the car. Let's see if we hear a fuel pump. On. No fuel pump, but we got some relays clicking. Yeah, okay. I didn't hear a fuel pump.
There we go.
No, that's the back windscreen wiper.
Back window wiper. Whoa, Jesus Christ, look out.
Wrong one.
Nightmare.
Wrong one.
God. One job.
One job. We have indicators?
Oh, who cares?
We got indicators. Horn works.
Right. Don't have a motor.
Will it turn over?
Just give it a quick bump. Right up. That'll do. Just do a fuel gear down.
Oh, okay. Alright. Mind you, I still haven't heard a fuel pump.
No, we'll put some fuel in it.
Alright. Go and get some fuel, put some fuel in it.
Doesn't sound like it's picking anything up. Oh yeah. Yep. She's right. Bit of air in it. Well, I'd say that's pretty much tantamount to empty, because it's just pulling a bit of air with it. So if you put another 5 litres in it. Yeah, we've got air in it, mate.
So I've got a hodgepodge of wires and I've put them on like I thought. So my way of thinking, it's going to be wired up across the firewall, left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dad thinks it may be the other way, so we can try that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Maybe. And it could also be in firing order, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The fuel we have on just a safety switch, because the fuel pump wiring is obviously not in the fuel pump wiring. And we're going to crank it over without fuel just to build oil pressure. Once it builds oil pressure, we'll click the fuel on and see if it makes noise. We've also got artificial starting fluid. So let's see if we can build some oil pressure, eh? Not spinning over at all.
Really touched in it.
Alright, we're going to give it an artificial spray. The ignition is on. Whoop, that's not a very good one. What's that? I'm tipping we don't have spark.
We got loose plugs, have we?
Plugs themselves, aren't they?
No, I don't think you'll spark with that stupid motor. Yeah. Well, no, not code for that.
Well, there's no bip that comes with the car. So, alright, we're gonna just figure this out, we'll be back. Alright, fixed it. I just completely removed the immobiliser. No idea what it's gonna do.
It's a bit talking shit. Come on, yep.
No sparkage would be my guess. I'll get a plug.
Get a screwdriver. Philip said screwdriver.
I guess we could have spark, but it could just be that far out, it's not funny.
Oh, you know, in the wrong spot.
No.
Could you get a normal one?
Oh. You can't say that these days because you can't define normal. Normal is not a... You just can't. You can't do it.
Well, one extreme to the other, don't you? No.
Oh, Jesus.
Crank it over.
Clear?
Yep.
No spark.
No spark.
Right.
At all. So,
are the coils plugged in?
I don't know. You plugged them in, didn't you? Yeah, they're plugged in. Is there a kill switch somewhere on it?
That's a question.
Inside.
Question for the man.
Question for the man, yeah. Ask him, if you're going to talk to him, ask him.
I did ask him, but he wasn't sure. Alrighty, so now I've calmed down a bit. It's time for an update. Long story short, we still don't have spark, and we still haven't figured out why. We've been right through, so we sort of started looking at the harness and found lots of plugs that were just abused. Like, I think there was only one plug on the injectors that wasn't stuffed, all the rest were pulled back out of the actual plug itself. So went through, fixed all the plugs that we could find that needed it, fixed the plug that goes onto the distributor, which is our crank and cam signal. They were all stuffed, so I thought, oh brilliant, that'll cause it. Nah, put it on, no different. What else did we do? The injectors didn't have 12 volts because of the relay block. The relay that ran them didn't have a power feed for some reason. That relay block is now gone, and we're sort of hardwiring a lot of stuff at the moment just to try and get this thing to do something. Now, I have installed the alternator and water pump pulley just because. I've tried 3 different coils, different leads, bits and pieces. We still don't have spark. I have managed to get the computer to talk to it, and that's fine. We can see the program, I can see everything. I have ignition feed because it's telling me that I have RPM signal, so it should be running. The computer is trying to put, let me word this correctly, the computer is trying to put a enrichment fuel run and also increase timing for initial fire up. So the computer itself is obviously getting enough information to command run, but there is no run. So we're still looking. I don't know at this point. I'm on the phone with Jason, who is the bloke that originally done all the work. So massive shout out to him. He's been an absolute bloody legend helping me through this. And also, I haven't mentioned it too, but big shout out to Luke, my mate Luke. He was the one who fixed me up with the lower crank pulley that I destroyed getting it off. So yeah, thank you mate, greatly appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, I've been on the phone to Jason. He has some base files for me, which is good. I've loaded them, it still hasn't ran. We're just gonna keep working through it together. Update time. Doesn't run. Update is there is no update. We're up to basically 3 almost complete weekends now trying to get this thing, well, from the time that I got it to now, pulling the engine, fixing the head, rebuilding the bottom end, I'm into it for about $400 or $500 worth of parts at the moment, finding out that it then has a crack on the side of the head. So this head is basically junk. Even if I was to weld it up, it's one of those things. It's like you can run it and it may hold together for a minute, it may hold together for a year, it might hold together for 10 years. It's in a crappy spot, and I can't trust it, long story short. And I don't like driving cars I can't trust. I had a car I could trust. That's a different story. We've been through all the wiring harness that was on the car, all the Wolf wiring harness. There were multiple patches and cuts and splices and pulled fittings and all that sort of stuff on the wiring harness that we went through. We fixed all that up. We got the ECU talking to the laptop. We can see what's going on. We can change config settings. We can go through. We could tune it if it ran. What we were struggling, and that's past tense, what we were struggling with is getting a correct ignition trigger sync and for crank and cam, which in this setup use the old distributor pickup. Anyway, it was how it was originally set up and running, and I absolutely have no doubt that that's how it was set up and running. I've been back and forth with Jason, the bloke that did all the work, to try and figure out why I'm not getting what I'm supposed to be getting. Effectively, this harness and this car has been butchered so hard that there is just something between how it was when Jason sold it and how I brought it that it's not there. It's not talking. Left hand's not talking to the right. So, do I go and sink another 2 or 3 weekends into an engine that I know for a fact it has a cracked head? Get it running, okay, vroom vroom, I got it running, fantastic. Go and spend $300, $400, $500 on another head, put it on. Or do we just state the obvious and just do like proper engine stuff? I mean, I need one 12-volt wire and diesel. That'll run.
Got my vote.
Yeah, Dad's keen. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm pulling the pin too soon. But I tell you, we've got what do you got?
That.
Vote that, yeah.
Kill that, vote that.
We've got at least four, yeah, probably 4 straight days trying to get this thing to run. Not that, exclude the building, trying to get it to run. And it's a struggle. I am still going to get, if Jason's up for it, I'm going to get him over to have a look. He might just find the setting that's wrong and get it running. If he does, brilliant. The V8 might go on hold. But I don't think I can rely on that, to be honest. The amount of stuff that's been doctored since he sold the car is just everything. Like, we found so many patches in the harness, it's ridiculous. And anyway, there's something we haven't found that's causing an issue.
Even into the genuine harness,
yeah,
dash that comes on, won't come on, won't go off, comes on, like,
yeah, there's just stuff in there that's all over the shop.
Yeah, we still got plenty of work to do even if we put the diesel in.
Yeah. So, leave a comment, let me know what you think. That engine is still a bit unknown. We know it was a runner. I will get it running on a stand before it goes in. Basically, it needs a starter motor. I've got full mechanical injection pump for that. I've got the turbo, manifolds, cooling system. I've got pretty much everything besides like an alternator and an aircon compressor. What I don't have is I don't have a TD42 gearbox. Either needs to be a TD or a TB gearbox. If you have one and you're local to the Newcastle, Maitland area, hit me up. I'm keen to buy one. And I don't have a bell housing adapter. I'm pretty sure I found a way around that, and we might go through that in the next episode. Anyway, that's enough talking. Right now, the bonnet's going to go on that. I'm going to do some looking for some parts.
You're going to vote.
Yeah, and you vote. 6.5 litre V8 diesel, single turbo. Stacks? No, I'm not chopping it yet. Probably a big single 4-inch exhaust. Maybe a twin. I might do another twin exhaust again.
With this?
Yeah.
The diesel?
Yeah.
Stacks.
Stacks.
6-inch stacks.
6-inch stacks. I've got stacks. Anyway.
I know.
We digress. Yeah. Diesel. petrol, let me know. But this is incredibly frustrating. That probably will be too. Anyway, like I said, that's enough chatting. We're going to leave it there. I'm sorry this is a bit of a shorter episode. It's just that we just didn't get done what I needed to get done. So, okay, till then, definitely subscribe. Let me know your comments, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
Vote for the diesel.
Vote for the diesel.